Om Namah Shivaya. I am Professor rudramohapatra, an astrologer from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Today, I would like to say something about another stalwart in Hindu astrology, and her name is Gayatri Devi Vasudev. When I first listened to the name, I found a very good weight in that name. Although most of the South Indian names are like that, but Gayatri Devi Vasudev, daughter of late Dr. Raman. You know, I hardly come prepared for my videos. Whatever comes to my mind, I just switch on the mobile and go on. So I'm thinking a little bit also. So please listen patiently. Uh, Gayatri Devi ji knows me because I write in her magazine, The Modern Astrology, where Gayatri Devi ji is editor. Some places I read that she is the queen of astrology, number one woman astrologer in the world, like that, and which are completely true, however. But because, yes, because in her case, if I can assume, yes, if I can assume, ladies into astrology, maybe a top job, yes, in her eyes. So recently, many of you, those who are subscribing the Modern Astrology magazine, which is a successor to the astrological magazines, must be finding one article there known as Conversation between Raman and Gayatri Devi Vasudev, where Raman is addressing us Gayatri Amma, maybe Gayatri Amma, but it is written Gayatri Amma. So there you can see that how Gayatri Devi ji also, like Raman, like Rao, as my earlier videos, also learning from her father. And what a lucky lady. Father is Raman. And Raman is systematically giving her instructions. She's asking about marriage, she's asking about Muhurta. Yes. And Raman is saying. And I was reading that. Honestly, even if you read that now, line by line pertinent. She- yes, line by line pertinent. Now, Gayatri Devi ji written some books. Yes, I have gone through all of her books. Personally, my favorite is The Hoax of Astrology, or Astrology, The Hoax of Scientific Temper, because the days when I was challenging Nallikar uh, and some other guys, which earlier actually done by Gayatri Devi, which I even did not know. On a mail to Gayatri Devi, she said me that yes, I have also challenged these astronomers who had very less knowledge on astrology, and then I saw the wax of astrology. Law graduate, yes, Gayatri Devi. So very pertinent in her argument. So if you see, if you see Raman, we don't have the opportunity anymore. Ra, even if he's there, is not contributing. So Gayatri Devi ji is now also contributing as an editorial to the modern astrology. If you read the writings of Gayatri Devi Vasudev, you will find the tune of Raman. Classical research also with the teens of modern research. I am talking of the editorials of the modern astrology magazine or the monthly. Classical references given, chart analysis given, then some recent inferences also added. Yes. Book How to Judge a Horoscope, Volume 2. It is by GDV. And till then, you'll find some old books at Raman's names, and that has some conflict between the publisher and the writer, which I have this official information from office of Gayatri Devi Vasudev, where because when I was also confused, even if the book is written by GDV, by Raman. So let's not get into that, but now it is out like Gayatri Devi Vasudev. Personally, I told that the book where Gayatri Devi is seriously challenging the astronomers, very scientific. Yes. And I remember her statement that scientist or adding the tag of scientist is not necessarily you have the scientific temper inside you. Yes, that's Gayatri Devi Vasudev. What is scientific temper? Do not deny to situations. Do not deny to occurrences. Rather, go for further research. If Mercury is strong in a chart, that person will be intelligent. Strong, I am saying Sarva. Yes. How can it is possible in 99 or 100 cases, all 100 cases, even statistically, if you are getting 90% success rate enough, 90% confidence here, we are getting this much confidence. How it is happening? So any scientist will look into this. And we have the evidence of Newton. We have the evidence of Carl Jung. Yes, both Newton, both Raman and Gayatri Devi Vasudev have mentioned about this scientist. Now, clues to interpret a chart, art of prediction, or some other books. You know, the art of matching charts, Kujjodosa, good collection on matrimonial astrology, if I'll say the art of matching chart, understanding Kujjadosa. If you see the analysis or any book of Gayatri Devi Vasudev, you will see both the modern analysis and the classical, which is obvious, because now the trend has come when we have to go a little bit beyond the classics. Little bit beyond means classical inferences in modern context, not of your own context. So you'll find in that book. And very, very to the point. That is why I love the book of Gayatri Devi Vasudev, which are almost like textbooks, unlike Raman. Unlike Raman, the books by GDV are like text. Apart from these books, the scientific wax and other things, where another small book is also there, scientific temper or like that. I don't remember the title, but where he is sorry, she is taking on the astrology and astronomy, the science. Those are very good reading. But other books are like text. But you pick up any Raman's book, you will find a literature in that. Though that is a style of writing, I am not saying this is good, that is bad. So this is very good. A student or a scholar can pick up the book by GTV. I was surprised to see a book on Bastu also by GTV. Good book also. I have no knowledge on Bastu. Good book because I just went through some pages. Very well written. Also well designed. Content wise, I cannot comment because I do not know Bastu. Which I do not know, I do know. If I will polish my ignorance, then I will know wrong things. Yes. So if you see, if you actually want to read the writings of GDV, the best way is to go for modern astrology. Every month you have editorial. So you can, very good editorials, 4 5 pages. She writes. The writing of Gayatri Devi Vasudev are very, very scientific in nature also. The placement of words, very pertinent. That's why I find her that asked for speech, she is also, they read it from somewhere, what she has written, and very, very accurate, very scientific English actually. So I'm glad that some of their books, her books are in ICAS. Uh, Always remember those who are Astro students. We all are Astro students, however. Always remember there is no end to astrological readings. Okay, so some recommendations are there. You might be seeing me that sometimes I also post the list of books, other things in social media for promotion of reading. Anyway, personally, the book I liked by GTV, I told you that Astrology and the Hoax of Scientific Temple. It is a collection of essays where it, it's like astrologer and astronomer conflict. There are other things also which, so with some personal discussion with Gayatri Devi ji, I knew. Uh, well, one of them, let me share, uh, because it was a combined attack. When I was writing an antithesis on the thesis of Professor Nallikar regarding an article which was out in the Economic and Political Weekly in 2001, November or September, like that, if I remember correctly. Jyotirvigyana, neither Jyotisha nor Vigyana. So I was very glad and I wrote an antithesis to that one, Jyotirvigyana, Jyotisha and also Vigyana, and I sent it to Gayatri Devi. So Gayatri Devi was very glad, and he also sorry she also said that the mention that because he has already challenged that article, the mention of Silver Man as an Western astrologer the by Professor Nallikar was actually non-existent, for which Nallikar was actually badly challenged by GTP. Yes, if we see a challenge between astronomers and astrologers, it was very strong. before the beginning of this millennium, because 2001 or 2, UGC approved astrology as a science. Then, if it is already approved, whatever you have to say, you say it to UGC. You don't say anything to the astrologers who are practicing. No, we don't have any need to fight for astrology now. It is established. But before that, there was a big tussle where Rao and Gayatri Devi ji actually challenged well. Yes, both Rao and Gayatri Devi ji. If you see the book Jyotisha the Super Science by K.N. Rao, you will see how Rao has collected the evidences favoring astrology from various ancient scriptures, including Mahabharata, to produce before the Supreme Court. And simultaneously, Gayatri Devi is also, you know, very scholarly vindictive to those unscholarly views on astrology. That person I actually salute to Gayatri Devi ji. And the books, recently one anthology has come up like three greats in astrology: Brahmira, Surya Narayan Rao, and Raman. Yes. Earlier they were into separate books. Now it is into one. Surya Narayan Rao possibly separate book. Brahmira also maybe a separate book. Now they are collected. Because I am into astrology for only last 4 to 5 years. People say that's you have got a vast experience. No, we don't have any agony or any sigh to admit before the camera that I have around 5 years of holistic experience. Before that, me and astrology were completely different. I did zero about astrology before that. 2020 onwards, Corona, the pandemic, and my astrological knowledge came simultaneously. Though there was no analogy or no connection, but I started from that. So some old books I was missing, like Barhamira also maybe there is a separate book, but rather than the collection into this. A purely classical writing. If you want to know the biography of Mihira actually, Barhamira was a kind of title given to him. But some astrological prediction happened where the prince was attacked by a boar or Baraha, which came true, for which he was popularly termed as Barahamira. Brahmira, then Suryanarayan Rao, her grandfather, and Raman, her father. If you read the book Shiv, understanding Kujja yes, very interesting thing that Devi ji has said. Me and one of my colleagues were discussing on that in some rasis also Kujja is said to be Cancer as per the classics of female horoscopy. So there Gayatri Devi is saying that even if it is written, practically not happening. Yes, very clearly she's also saying that the fortification of Kujja Dosa is not as per the Dasa always. Hmm. And another interesting things also I came to know that second Mangala will be considered as Kujja Dosa was not there earlier. BPHS no. It was in Jataka Parijata, the letter on classics. Very good book, Understanding Kujja Dosa. The art of matching and understanding goes hand in hand. I mean, if you are reading those books, please read simultaneously. So, two dimensions we have this astrological queen, the stalwart, still alive in astrology, Gayatri Devi. Like one is she is into, she's also very thorough. She knows about logic very well. Logic means I'm talking of philosophy. The Because you can find from her book this scientific temper, which is not astrology at all, which is not astrology at all actually. So saying these things are happening, so she has got good knowledge in that. Simultaneously, astrological books. The beauty of being Gayatri Devi being the editor of the modern astrology is you will find new sketches from her. New sketches. Yes, today it is medical, tomorrow it is mundane, then it is matrimonial, and like this. So anyway, so she is now into by default a continuous astrological research because by default editor she has to read, she has to write. Hmm. Remember, astrological research, like simple thing, reading and writing, uh, are actually getting polished by this. Raman was also editor. Gayatri Devi is now editor. Rao was also editor to BVB Journal of Astrology. Or Santhanam also, Journal of Astrology, like that. One book was there. So you find the connection. I told you earlier also, anything which is happening from your very childhood, or I do not know exactly when Gayatri Devi started astrology, which age. Even if I have read somewhere or it is not mentioned, I do not know. But I'm not able to tell you. But she is from the astrological family of the great Raman, and she is into astrology from beginning, not from the very childhood maybe, but beginning. It is obvious because in the family astrology is there, you will know by default. Willingly, when you will get into astrology, that is a different thing. So some past life karma is there. So I personally bow down to any person who is quite good at astrological research. I am not that way whether he or she is into some familiar like that, but what I am observing is Raman from astrological family, Rao from astrological family is also GTB. We will have more books from her. Yes. I think this Raman's and this conversation between the father and daughter will be again into a book. Recently, another book, the another anthology, Jattings and Astrology like that also there. So even I have those books, but exact title I am not correctly remembering because whatever I am saying, I'm just saying it unprepared so that I can test myself also. That whatever is coming, preparation is okay. I can collect the book, then read, make a very professional video, but no. Let's say something which also you will enjoy. So if I suggest that the contribution of Gayatri Devi ji to astrology, by this time you must be knowing it. That is the continuous research in the form of the modern astrology. One is her challenge to the astronomical communities or the so-called astronomical communities. I should not say that all those astronomers are like this. If I remember correctly, another very good gentleman or a very leading astronomer of India known as Balachandra Rao, and we had a very good discussion in a seminar. Uh, he has got a good depth of astrology, and he has also written one anti-astrological book. But there you will find some relevance. I always bow down to research, even if you are saying something wrong, but your research is very good, or if you are saying something right, wrong, as per my no views, but your research is good. So, but apart from Balachandra Rao, others astronomers were not into that much of astrology. You can see from their writings. So Gayatri Devi ji challenged them very well. That is one side. That is already over now. Gayatri Devi ji is no more. And she also said, Gayatri Devi also said me that, sir, you do not waste your time on this also. We have succeeded. You do not, I mean, uh, the communications, tell email communications that. So from then on also I stopped. Because I also thinking of reviewing Balachandra Rao's book, I should stop. And the other thing is her continuous research. If she is not till now not the editor, we may have more books from her, but she has to dedicate time in the editing of the magazine. So this is what all about Gayatri Devi Vasudev. She is the successor of Raman's family. She is the editor of Modern Astrology. She has written books on the scientific, the challenging astronomy. She has written books on matrimonial astrology, and also your the art of interpreting horoscope, which is purely into predictive astrology. Pardon me if some books are recently out, say 2 3 months. Pardon me if I'm not taking the names, but most of them are like that. Other book is Vastu. Her writings are classical and modern, both. So I pray before God that stalwarts like Gayatri Devi ji should live long and contribute as much as possible to the astrological realm in the form of current research in the magazine and publishing books as well. So that's all. While saying about the author, I'm also saying some books about, I mean, about those books. So the idea is to promote astro research. I'm not saying that please go only to Gayatri Devi Vasudev. I mean, I'm not promoting anybody. I'm promoting Jyotisha or any person who has significantly contributed to the field of Jyotisha. So why are you saying about this? No, no, I have no such idea. Idea is if Raman has done something well, Rao has done something well, next comes Gayatri Devi Ji. And to add something on the magazine Modern Astrology, I do not think, I personally do not think, the research publications in the Modern Astrology at par with any other magazine. Because I am a contributor to that, sharing a personal experience. I was writing a research paper on 22nd Rekana and Nature of Death, which was published last year in 2 volumes. There was one word known as protetional. Yes. And the word was being used, I mean, from Jataka Tattva, it is SS Sarin, uh, and some other translations I had, I don't remember. They have used it. Gayatri Devi ji did not publish the article because she failed to understand the word potential. So particular. I remember I was in a hospital and she was mailing me, "Sir, you please write the exact word, which is, I mean, what does this word mean?" I'm saying, "Madam, I am at hospital." So from 10, from no, 11 o'clock to 6 o'clock, we had got this email communications. And finally, I came back home. I took that Sanskrit word, sent it to one of my friends who is a Sanskrit scholar, and she said, "No, it is like some not diagnosable disease." So you write in that word. Two translations in English, same word, potassium. Even while I was writing, I was thinking, what does this mean? But so fine tune editing. Can you believe it? For one word, potassium, my research was, you know, hanged because we have lucky to have an editor like Gayatri Devi Vasudev. Each and every words count. That is a personal experience I am saying, but by this you can understand the intention, the depth of research, the attitude of one editor towards astrological publications. I have written in all the astrological magazines, but modern astrology is very tough for me because I know your writing should be up to that part because Gayatri Devi is it there. So another quality added, very good editor. Anybody who is contributing to astrological research significantly or even to little bit will be counted as stalwart in astrology. I am not saying that. But till then, there are few who have dedicated their life for astrological research, out of which Raman was also was a bureaucrat, but till then his contribution is enormous. Next comes Gayatri Devi. I am not saying this is good, bad kind of things. No, they are like just the sutradharas or the carrier of astrology. So this is my small tribute to Gayatri Devi Vasudev, the holy soul, the lucky lady who is carrying astrology ahead. I am again repeating, I am just promoting astrological research, not any authors, not any publications. For any more further uh, review you want to listen from me, please write in the comment. If I have made some mistakes, please rectify them in current comment. Please share this video. Even if you like or dislike, that is your choice. I normally make videos which you will hardly find anywhere. My idea is to give you knowledge or information, those less ventured areas. So please share it. So that's all for today. If Mahakala wants and Kala permits, or if God wants and time permits, I will come up with another good video soon. Till then, God bless you all. Shiva.